Hey everybody, christopherodd here. This is big news. They Are Billions is released in version 1.0 now. It was in early access for a long time. It's very addicting. The biggest change, one of the biggest changes that they've made, is the introduction of a campaign mode, which is what I'm going to start today. So we're going to get in here. We're going to say this is our YouTube campaign. Here we go.
We will never know what happened. It was more than 2 centuries ago when those humans sowed the seeds of their own destruction and left us with a legacy of terror. For all of them are now the monsters of our nightmares. How ironic that they ended up like this. I am Quintus Crane, your leader, your savior. I founded the new empire and the city that now shelters you. And now, the time has come to no longer live hidden like rats behind the walls of the Great Crater. It's time to face our monsters. Time to go out into the world and reconquer it for the glory of humankind, for the glory of the new Empire!
This is awesome already. I like that there's these little cinematics. If you played the game previously, this was never a thing. They put a lot of work into this.
Welcome. So you want to be the new general to lead the reconquering campaign? Well, I warn you, my young general, your mission won't be an easy one. How many attempts have there been so far? 10? 12? All your predecessors are dead or have gone mad. Do you really think you can do better than them? Okay. I'll give you a chance. Listen carefully. Our goal is to build new colonies in strategic locations to expand the Empire beyond the Great Crater. I also want you to explore the ancient human strongholds and retrieve any technology from before the pandemic. We will use that to build more powerful colonies. You may also find swarms blocking your way. Destroy them with the might of the Empire's army. But be warned, failure is not an option. Succeed in your mission or never return.
It sounds like if 10 or 12 have failed before us, he's probably running out of options. Probably the best that he's going to get. And he should be pretty thrilled with that. Select the campaign hero. Here, the campaign will be your main unit in the tactical missions of exploration of the ancient strengths of humans. Once chosen, it will not be possible to change during the campaign. So we've got Kalis. He's one of the best soldiers of Quintus Crane's elite brigade. Impressive in size and strength, Kalis never pulls back as he can easily endure enemy attacks while killing them. Kalis packs the Destroyer, a heavy gun that fires large explosive projectiles. He may be a slow shooter, but he can kill several enemies with one bullet. And then we have Calliope, is likely the most lethal of all the Imperial soldiers. She is well known not only for her speed in combat, but for her deadly marksmanship. She always carries her 2 own-designed pistols, nicknamed the Devil Sisters. Although her attack range is short, Calliope's shooting speed make her enemies often die wondering, what the? Ooh, that's tricky. I think explosives are generally pretty good, but I remember in like the skirmish defense mode, snipers were always really good, but she's got to be up close, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out. I think let's go Kalis here.
For the glory of Quintus.
So the map of missions shows you a global vision of the state of the campaign. From here, you can plan your next moves to advance the campaign. Select one of the available missions to start playing. You can move the map by dragging the mouse with the left button pressed, or using the arrow keys. You can zoom in or out with the mouse wheel or with the plus minus keys. Important, at all times you'll have several missions to choose from. In each mission, your level of difficulty from 1 to 5 is indicated along with your objectives so that you can make the best decision about where to continue the campaign. Well, looks like this is a pretty good starting point. Mission available, difficulty 1, that's my style. What else do we have going on here? Guess we'll probably learn about this as we go. The Hidden Valley. Our rangers found the small valley on the banks of a shallow river. It is undoubtedly the safest place to establish the first colony beyond the protection of the Great Crater, where the capital city, New Empire, rises. On the map, you'll see a mineral deposit that's needed to build the soldier center to defend the colony. Victory conditions: destroy all the infected, colony population 400, resist all swarms of infected, have 25 days to complete the mission. The command center cannot be destroyed or infected. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, so we got to kill them all, get our colony to 400, resist all swarms of infected. Let's rock and roll. Schultz, you fool. No undead has ever made it into Stalag 5. All right, all right. So I'm not sure how the difficulty is compared to like the early skirmish stuff. It's been a while. To build a successful colony, the first thing you'll need are colonists. Colonists will provide workers for the colony and also pay tribute. To attract colonists to your colony, build houses where they can live. To do this, select the command center and click on the colonist category. Then, select the tent and build 3 near the command center. The colonists will arrive on the train that passes through your colony daily. Oh, cool. The train's a new thing. I'm going to just see if I can adjust my controls to... Let's see. Yeah, there we go. That's better. That's better. I'm going to send these guys out just to defend in case. And generally, we're going to want to consider where we're placing these, but it looks like we're getting some tutorial action here. So I'm just going to follow what they're suggesting while I explore a little bit. Got some action down here. We got to be a little careful. We could set up a patrol. Looks like this is all closed, actually. I hope it is.
Attention. Building completed.
All right, colonists as well as soldiers are going to need food. To get food, build fishermen and hunter cottages. Each cottage provides a different amount of food depending on where it's built. Hunters get food from forests and meadows, while fishermen get it from rivers and lakes. Select the command center, click on the resources category, and then buildings. No problem. There's our train. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, this is great. Let's go. Hunter cottages. We can tuck some in here. These look pretty good. We get 16 off that one. We're gonna start with this.
The train has arrived at the station.
That's really cool. I like this. There's gonna be a lot of changes that I'm unaware of from like compared to the normal mode of the game, the defense mode. So in case you've never seen or heard of They Are Billions, basically there's going to be billions of zombies. Like you might think, oh yeah, it's not really billions. Probably not billions, but it's a ton. There's tons of them. And these guys, as they're getting kills here, they should be gaining experience and they can level up. This is the experience here, so 2%, 5%, etc. Okay. You can only build within the colony's energy range. Those are the highlighted squares that we saw when we placed those buildings. To extend the energy range, build Tesla towers in the area you wish to expand. In addition, buildings consume energy. To provide more energy for the colony, use buildings that generate energy, such as the mill. These buildings are available in the energy category of the command center. All right, so let's go here. Let's set up a Tesla tower. I'm going to try and cover all of this area so that I can place things as close as possible. You'll notice that it won't let us place, as an example, another fisherman's cottage here because it's too close to the other one. And eventually, we should be able to place one like over here once this is built. Should be pretty good. We're going to want to set up a whole bunch of other things, but it's probably going to lock things down for us until it introduces them via tutorial, which, you know, I'm fine with. That's fine.
You again. Are you sure?
I'm just gonna widen these patrol zones a little bit.
Building completed.
So boring.
On the ground, you're going to find areas with stone, iron, and gold that can be mined to provide resources for the colony. To extract the materials, build a quarry next to the land with the resources. The quarries have an extraction radius of 2 cells. The more minerals that are within the radius of action, the more resources that can be extracted. To find the quarry, select the command center, click on resources category. There's also these things that we can just pick up here and just give us like bonus resources, right? I really hope that this right side is clear. That could be a little concerning. In terms of resources, this looks like it's the only one that we have. I think this is completely blocked here. Like, she's not... Oh, she is actually firing into that. But yeah, they're going to have to walk around to deal with her, which is kind of dirty.
A new task.
Also, are we cool to just... Okay, she'll go around that. This is really cool. All right. Let's expand our Tesla towers out this way so that we can get to these, what is this anyway? We'll see when we get there. I think I've entered like some type of build mode. Like so we can see the different things, the actual squares themselves. Let's just see here if I can figure out how to turn that off. Flat mode F4. All right. There we go.
Oh, here we go again.
That's nice for when you're dealing with trees being close together and stuff and trying to figure out exactly
But be quick. Is that all? So boring.
where you want to place stuff.
Great.
We'll expand out here a little bit. Nothing too crazy. How much food do we have right now? We're up to 40 food, so let's get some more colonists going. And we'll see where our next fisherman's cottage can go. Can I get it in there? It doesn't count as a water source. Interesting. Okay.
Attention. Building completed.
We do hunter's cottages over here. There's 12. Those numbers represent the amount of food that we get from that location. And get 17 there. Eventually we can get into farms and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's just kite these guys a little bit.
You order, you pay.
Attention. Building completed.
And we're going to want to get this right away. So we need wood and stone. Let's go here. Let's get our sawmill up and running. I'm not going to wait for it to introduce this. We know we need it.
What?
We're a little bit out of resources. Now, I don't know if enemies can come through here. Like, this whole train situation is completely new to me.
You are gonna pay me for this, right? Are you sure?
Let's head out this way. Is this blocked? That would be really nice. Probably
Building
is.
completed.
What?
Attention.
Okay.
Building
But it's gonna
completed.
cost you double.
As long as we have all our entrances and exits
You again. Great.
covered, that's pretty nice. This is just such a nice addition where they bring the colonists in. Let's do another Tesla tower once we start the wood production here. So all of these buildings have energy requirements. This is the excess that we have. This is how many colonists we have. This shows us the number of workers. This shows us the food production. And this shows us the energy production. And then everything you build kind of cuts into that. There's also maintenance costs. So this costs 4 maintenance. This costs 4 energy. And tells you how many workers are needed for that.
You again. What do you want now?
I'm just going to let her kind of sit there. We'll keep an eye and see if
Yeah.
she needs backup.
Okay. This better be good.
But I think this is okay. I would like to get a barracks up ASAP, but we're going to need stone. So I'm going to need to get out here as the next priority once we get another thing of wood delivered. So this is giving +9. I'll get another one going over here as well. Let's do another sawmill. We can get 11 there. That feels pretty good. And this is where that flat mode comes in, because you can see the actual barriers that the trees provide. And sometimes, because you can't rotate the map, the angle can be a little bit difficult.
You are gonna pay me
Train
for
has
this,
arrived
right?
at the station.
What's up?
And we'll just slowly push these guys back. The thing that we have to watch for is that if we trigger these guys,
Our forces are in danger.
What?
so we really don't want to be taking damage if we can avoid it.
You are gonna pay me
They'll
for this,
heal
right?
very slowly over time,
Aren't there other units to bother?
but we may have attracted some attention
You are
here
gonna
that we're
pay
not
me
ready
this,
for.
right? What? What do you want now?
Attention.
We might be at map edge here. Yeah, it looks like we
Very
are.
good.
So
Sounds interesting.
with the train, I'm not sure if this is a place that we need to
Great
protect,
idea.
but I'm going to do it
I'm
just in case.
Oh, more orders. A new task.
All right, let's go. Yeah, I think this is fine. Let's get another one up here, and then I can start a quarry. We'll get the stone, and then we'll get likely going to need some power. We've got 2 of these going. Eventually, we're going to need to build extra storage so that we can have higher numbers of resources stored. And then we're going to need walls like very soon. Those still have to be built with pylons in mind. So I'm going to start expanding out to these spots where we can put up some walls and hopefully not get dusted super quickly.
Building completed.
That would be amazing. Okay, so 30 wood. So next wood delivery, we can pop this down. And these come in, I believe, every 8 hours. Yeah, plus 20 every 8 hours. So you can see we're on day 20. Next swarm will reach the colony, or sorry, at day 20. So we have 15 days until that happens.
The train has arrived at the station.
Okay, here we go. So I can get 4. That's going to be the best that we can get here.
Attention. Building
This is an area we can definitely clear sooner rather than later. And it looks like because the map is super small, we're going to be able to just defend this spot
You are gonna pay me for this, right?
and this spot
A new
here,
task. This better be
I
good.
think.
I hope you're not wasting my time.
Okay, so this is going to be done. What else are we running out of? So we're going to need some more workers. Let's get our colony going here a little bit more. Now, ideally, we leave some spaces in between for people to travel, because this can slow people down quite heavily.
What do you want now? What?
Also, we can adjust their priority. Where is that? Target priority highest level. So depending on what enemies are in front of us, they'll target the strongest enemies, or they'll target what's closest. So by default, we have the nearest,
Building completed.
which is fine for me.
Attention. Building completed.
Let's get this out to block this off, and we want to block this off here too. Resource-wise, I think I'm going to go another sawmill. We're just waiting for the train to deliver colonists. This is a big change because originally, you see how the ones that we've just built, the lights are off? That's super cool. Oh, that's awesome. Previously, as soon as these were done, you got those colonists. Now, it summons this train, and you have to wait a little while for them to show up, which is
Arrived at the station.
kind of intimidating. That changes things quite a bit. I'm out of energy as well, so I'm going to need this. I'm going to place this in an area like here where it's tough for me. I can't really place any other like food generation or anything. Sometimes along the edge of a map is nice. Maybe I'll look for that. Do something here instead. There's an area that, you know, we can't overlap sawmills and things, so. Okay, so we need 20 stone for the soldier center. That's fine. That's coming in soonish. I'll put the tower. This is actually kind of a cool spot to be able to put the tower. Let's put it here. I'll also put this one over here so we can build a full wall if we wanted and some gates. Power is going to be done right away. It's interesting that it's kind of stopped tutorializing.
Completed.
Only because I'm thinking from a new player's perspective, they're going to be like, what the heck do I do? And even now, it's like, having not played this game for quite a while, you definitely kind of Here we go. Now that you have enough stone in the reserves of the colony, you can build the soldier center. In this building, you can create new units for your army. To find the soldier center, select it. Select the command center, then click the military category. Each unit has a creation and maintenance cost, gold, food, and other resources. Only the ranger units available at the beginning. As you research new units, you'll find them available at the soldier center. Wait until you have a group of units to explore the most dangerous regions on the map. Okay, cool. So, priority. Let's get this up here. I'm going to try to just slam all of my tents in this area. And we'll put our soldiers center here. Now I need more of these. I'm not going to block that. Okay, we're doing okay. This group could be a bit of an issue if we're not careful. Really got to move like just little by little to pull a few of them. But if we slam like all of these guys into one area, they can make too much noise, and then we got bigger problems. I imagine this being like the first level, probably going to be pretty basic. This is kind of ugly, but I'm going to put it there anyways. It's going to trigger some OCD for sure.
A new task. What do you want now? What?
All right, let's let them chill. These guys are clearing out. Where are we at promotions wise? 20%, 57%, 53, and 35. Okay. These promotions actually make a huge difference. I don't know if they've changed the balance of anything like that, but if we can get promotions on these guys, we're laughing. Okay. We can set a point out here for them to come to. Oh, this feels so good. I'm so pumped to be back in here. You have no idea. We are going to need more food. So let's see. Where's going to be an optimal place? We already have one there. We can definitely get food down in this area. And it's weird that it says it's not next to a water source. Very bizarre. But that's fine. Looks like I can tuck something back in here. 13, 15, 17. Very nice. And I can even expand along here once we get more workers. They're going to be delivered soon. I think I'll just try and clear this all out.
Go again.
Be patient with it.
What? You are going to pay me for this, right? You again.
Roger that.
And you see, like, we actually heal relatively quick.
You again. Ready. Okay.
We just, even with this amount, we don't want to have them all running at us.
Better be good.
That becomes a problem.
Building completed.
Okay, here we go. Let's get more of these up over here. This can just be all used for food, I think. Looks like we can't build right next to a railroad. And I could fill this out as well so that we can get food from there. Keep an eye on our power. We're now generating extra units. And when we have more colonists, it's more gold income as well. We do have that upkeep that we have to worry about a little bit.
Okay, let's do this. You are going to pay me for this, right? This better be good.
Our soldiers are in
A
trouble.
new task.
They're going to be fine, I think.
What?
Attention. Building completed.
The other thing we can do is we can kind of like... Yeah, this still works. So you can kind of kite guys a little bit.
Faster than my bow.
Use one to draw them in and have some sitting back.
A new task. Okay.
We're just going to consistently... Oh, the middle mouse button also triggers that mode. I was wondering, I was like, how did I hit F4 before? Well, I didn't. All right. Let's get some more colonists going. I'm just going to continue to pack these in here where I can.
My bow and arrows are ready.
Our forces are in danger.
Food-wise, we're doing good here. We're doing good here. Or health-wise, I should say.
Roger that.
You again.
We can hotkey or control group these as well if we want. Let's just back her up a tad.
Building completed.
She's taking a little bit more heat than I'd like.
Has arrived at the station. Attention.
And we need to get more food going. Hunter Cottage. Let's go here, I suppose. Looks pretty good. We can do 16 there. And let's throw another one. Oh, we have that one. That's right. Oh, we can start over on this side. It's not a big problem. Let's find that 18. There we go.
You again.
Okay, so these guys have totally cleared this area. This is a food crate. Will just give us plus 20 food. That's pretty nice. We'll go ahead and grab it.
What do you want now?
And it looks like that area is totally safe now. If we want to validate that, we can use this to see if there's anything that's open. Doesn't look like it. Beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to start this big squad up here. Let's always be rangering right now. Just constantly pumping these guys out. What are some other things? Let's get some wooden walls up. We're going to want more colonists, more colonists, more colonists, more food, more food, more food. These take 1 energy each. So now that this is kind of completed, I can look to close some of this. Or cover some of this, I should say.
A new task.
We're going to control group this in 1.
My bow and arrows are ready. You are
Let's select them, add this one.
Yes.
I'm using Q. Q is like the attack move. Now that they're in a bigger group, they're attracting a larger group because they make more noise. So we're also going to limit promotions a little bit by doing it this way. Because, you know, everyone's got to share it now.
Attention. Building completed.
My bow and
What is
arrows
this?
are ready.
Nothing specific, but I can't build over it.
The train has arrived at the station.
Just going to tuck these along the walls. And I don't know. I'm hoping that we're not messing up anything super bad pathing-wise here, because that is something we're going to have to focus on
Building complete.
in the future. There's nothing else that I can really build at this point. We're probably going to be limited by, like, the tutorial, so...
Attention. Building completed. Attention. Building completed.
So we're up to 12 rangers. That's pretty good. I'm actually going to take one
Building completed.
and just put them down here. I'm a little bit concerned that this could be an issue. I'm thinking that the train is like a
Aren't there other units
safe
to bother?
thing for us,
Roger that.
that they wouldn't have enemies here, but let's see if we can cross this as well.
A new task. My bow and arrows are ready. Okay.
Yeah, okay, we do have enemies up here.
You are gonna pay me.
So I'm actually going to create a bit of a split.
Building completed.
Oh.
We'll put these guys in 2.
New task. Sounds interesting.
These guys are 1.
Could be worse. What?
Let's just let them clear that for a bit. And we need more workers, more workers, more workers. The train's going to deliver them. Now, I have to imagine that these guys are not just going to get slammed by this train.
What?
We're about to find out.
Pay me for this,
Yeah,
right?
okay, they just get moved aside.
Are you
Could you
sure?
imagine?
What?
I don't think I could manage that. That would be way too intense.
Could be worse.
There, we got our first promotion.
At the station.
So let's take a look here.
You again.
Okay, so we're actually drawing quite a bit of a crowd here.
What?
I'm gonna pull these guys back to this area. So the one that's in yellow here, let's check out her stats. So her attack range is, I believe, increased a little bit.
Yes, tell me.
Yeah, 6 to 6.5.
Yeah.
And then we have 10 to 12 damage, but most importantly is the attack speed. She doubles that. She doubles her attack speed. So what I'm going to do is actually pull her back. I'd like people in the front to have the first kick at the can here and see if they can get the kills. That would be ideal. Now, I do need to get some fences up. We're going to put up a gate here. Kind of have a nice little section that we can block off. That way these guys can still get through. Now, the gates are not as strong, so it's 600 for the gate. The wooden walls are, does it show us here? Are 400. So 600 over 3 squares, 401 squares. You can see that these would be quite a bit stronger.
What's up? Any infected around? My bow and arrows are ready, sure.
And I should... I'm going to make a smaller group here. I'm going to take these 3. Actually, not even her.
Gotcha.
Let's take these 3.
Right? So tired.
Head over here. These guys can be 1.
You again.
She's chilling. Okay, cool. So we have 20 days until the raid, which seems like it's okay. I'm not even spending all of our resources. We're actually over... we're gathering more than we can even deal with. So what we're going to spend our time doing is producing as many rangers as possible. We're going to make sure that we constantly have food. We're going to build a bunch of colonists. And then we're just going to build defenses like everywhere. If I look here, it's not going to let us put, walls across this. So I imagine that spaces we can't block off are probably going to be okay. But I don't know. We'll see. I think what I'll do is I'll take a break here. When we come back, I'm going to just pick up right from here. And I'll try to keep these episodes to around 30 minutes. I don't know what the average quote-unquote mission length is. But yeah. Anyways, if you guys have questions about how something works, let me know. I've played a lot of the earlier skirmish modes. It's super fun. But I'm excited to see where this campaign goes. And I kind of like that they have these mini objectives of things we need to accomplish within these levels instead of just defending non-stop. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you wouldn't mind liking the video, it helps me a lot. It's the first in the series. Share it with your friends, your grandma, whoever it is. And we'll see you soon. Bye for now.